Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Jeff from the Woods Trucker channel. Coming to you today to bring you a video about my cook kit. I was originally planning on doing this video yesterday outdoors when it was remarkably warmer outside. Today it is remarkably colder in the single digits with below zero wind chills. So due to some family issues that came up yesterday, I could not make this video outside yesterday. The plan today is to bring it to you from indoors and show you my cook kit. The cook kit has evolved over the last year and a half since I started getting into hiking and camping and backpacking and day hiking and walking the dog, and now I'm making YouTube videos. So I will show you what I have, and Shane Coffee, this is a explanation to you for the handleless Toaks pot, which you questioned last time, and which I made allusions to on my last video down on the farm redo. But for all my YouTube friends, this is what I use and what I will continue to use for the foreseeable future. I do plan on getting a nano firebox fairly soon, as well as looking into an alternative alcohol stove. Looking at the mini bowl designs, mini atomic with the carbon felt inside. Due to the fact that I did have a little incident with an alcohol stove, and I don't really like to use alcohol stoves all that much anymore. Primarily it's Esbit and canister stoves. Alright, so without further ado, here it goes. Let's get to it. Okay, YouTube, so this is the pack I generally use on a day hike. It can be used for a very light overnight adventure as well. But here is my cook kit. That is my Toaks 750 handleless pot, and that contains everything I need for a long day hike, overnight, multiple overnights. I always carry a miniature, the small Isopro container as well, unless I'm going to use alcohol or Esbit exclusively. I always have one of those. This one's an MSR. This one is an MSR. I also use Jetboils, but really whatever is available readily is what I use. And I also always have a little container of yellow heat with me. That's twofold. Number one, if I am going to use an alcohol stove, I like to have this with me, for that purpose. Also, I use it as a, I use it as a starter for the Esbit. A little drop of that on an Esbit cube, spark from a lighter or a ferro rod, and it fires right up. I always like to have that. Of course, I labeled it so that I don't drink it, so anyhow, I like to have those things with me. So let's get down to it. What is inside of my Toaks? And there is an explanation for why I went with the handleless design. So let me show you what I have here. It's going to be tricky unboxing or opening this with one hand. Alright, so once you get inside here, everything starts coming undone. First of all, I do really like the mesh storage container. There's been some people on YouTube that have criticized it, but for me it works pretty well. Fairly lightweight. I'm not an ultralight backpacker. I just like to go lightweight. So this is it. First of all, I have it all encased in a pot cozy made out of Reflectix. Get that off of there. Primarily use that just to keep things warm and as a insulation in case I'm going to drink out of my pot, which I seldom do, but there it is. You'll notice I have this orange band around the lip. Let's see if I can get a better. Yeah, Toaks 750 is what it says. I have this orange band. I cut that off the top of one of those collapsible bowls I picked up real cheap from Walmart, and what I needed was some sort of a insulating way of picking this up. So that works really well, actually. and it doesn't weigh much, and it fit perfectly, and problem solved. Most of the time, though, I do have a light set of gloves with me, so not always useful, but it's there nonetheless. Let's dig inside, and there we have it. It's everything I would need. Now I have inside of here I have two cooking methods. I have Esbit. Take out this accessory pouch, which I'll get to in a minute. Let's start digging this stuff out of here. See if I can even get it out of here. Got it packed in super tight from the last. Let's just pull it all out because I'll need to take it all out. I always have a lighter, Bic lighter. I like to have multiple ways of creating fire. So I have two Bic lighters in my fire kit and a ferro rod as well. We can get this out of here. Sorry, so close. Alright, you'll see what I have. First of all, this is just homemade. I'll show you what this is for. This is serves as my Econo-Me drinking pot, and inside of here there we go. I have my Chinese stove, canister stove, which most of you are probably familiar with. It's just a Pocket Rocket knockoff. Works really well. Cost about $10 bucks. So love it. Use it a lot. If it broke, yes, I'd buy another one. That's one way of making fire. That, boom, one way of cooking. Out of the way. Set that aside. This drinking cup is what I use it for. Keep this little cozy inside of my pot. Right here. Boom. Makeshift drinking cup. Super lightweight. Doesn't weigh hardly anything. I haven't weighed it. I'm not a gram weenie. I don't count everything. Drinking cup. Hot cocoa. What have you. And then I always carry Esbit cubes. In this case I have 3 stuffed inside my pot. That's good enough for day hike, as much as I need to make lunch, breakfast, dinner. I find I can boil water in not too long a time, 7-8 minutes or so, and I have a boil. So that's second quick source for heat. And then, like I said, sometimes I take my alcohol, add it to a drop or two to the Esbit, and it fires right up, no problem. I don't have to scrape or anything. And here is my windscreen, and I'll show you how this works. This is one of the first things I made. I also have 2 little homemade wire stakes, if you will, that I use with that, and of course I have this little piece of tin foil as a ground piece, a protective piece. So this is how it works. Let me get this set up. I'll be right back at you. Alright, so inside the little plastic Ziploc, I have these items. I have this, and this is just a piece of aluminum, and I've shaped it so that it is an Esbit stove. So what I do is I take my ground protector, place it down on the ground, and then I put this right on top. And I'm not going to open the Esbit cube, but the Esbit sits right inside there. And then I take these little fasteners, and they are super lightweight. And what I do is I have my I have my windscreen. I cut my windscreen out of a roll of aluminum, and very easy to do. And I put several holes in it as to allow wind in, air in. But I have these little holes on here, and with that, what I do is get this camera set up. I take these little doodads, these little pins, stick them in there like so. Excuse the crappy camera work. That's the biggest challenge with this YouTube is get the camera work. It stresses me out. But anyways, insert these pins like so. I use 3 for stability. Get by with 2 in a pinch, but in the end, this is what they look like inside the windscreen. So what the windscreen does is it sits. If I'm using Esbit, it goes right like that. If I'm using an alcohol stove, the alcohol stove goes right here where the Esbit cube is at presently. And then I take this, that goes right over top of the Esbit, no problem. Then I take these little stakes here, and I have holes punched in the side here, and they just go right in here like so. Real easy. It's hard to do one-handed, but nonetheless, we're going to give it a go. Alright, there's one. Very hard to do one-handed. Just a second here. Try to edit this. Don't know if I'll have success with that either. That's proven to be a challenge. So there we have my windscreen set up, and you'll see what it looks over top. There's 2 stakes there. Now, I could probably, if I had a Trangia, I could probably put a Trangia burner right inside there as well. But here's why I have a pot with no handles, because this fits down inside there just like so. Now, I've used this with alcohol and Esbit. They both work perfectly. I get good boil times with both, anywhere from the 5.5 to 7-8 minute range, depending on the conditions outside. But that's why. And then there we go. There's my compact, homemade, self-made cook kit and windscreen combo. Alright, back at you. I want to show you something else with this setup. Let me get that together. I'll be right back. So this is once again my windscreen setup, and it's pretty sturdy with the pot stands in there and the clips in holding it, that I can also use it either with alcohol or Esbit. It is sturdy enough to place a pot on, or a pan on. My backpacking stainless, that's a stainless steel pan, and you can see it's holding sturdy enough to hold a can of Chili Magic chili cheating stuff. But anyways, yeah, I can cook over it in a pan as well as my titanium pot. Alright, that's it. That's what I use for all of my backpacking needs. Again, that system has evolved over some time. Generally use Esbit and the canister stove. Alright, YouTube, if you have any questions, put them in the comment box right down below. And until next time, this is Jeff from Woodstrekker Channel. Like, subscribe, comments, all welcome. And you have a fantastic day. Take care.